What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. A lot of people have been commenting on the downfall of Fresh and Fit, especially me, right? You know, I have gotten my little bag off of it. I've been benefiting from it. And I'm going to continue to benefit from it as well, okay? So I'm just going to let you know. That's what your boy is going to do. I'm going to continue to grift. And it's not only just me, it's other people too. And when I'm talking about other people, I mean other podcasts. And it's not just Adam22, it's other people, but definitely this. So Adam22 recently has come out on Fresh and Fit, and he has talked about this.
Having one thing that you're good at and just running it into the ground. I mean, if you look at whatever, Fresh and Fit, that's what they do. They bring girls on, they make crazy ass content. Granted, like, are they still as popular as they used to be? I'm not so sure.
So Myron Gaines has an update page called Wiring Gaines, and you heard what Adam22 said, that Fresh and Fit fell off. They only did one thing very good. So people are saying that Adam22 is hating, but we got to look at it from this standpoint. First of all, Adam22, his platform makes at least $1 million a month. He owns his own commercial property in LA. I mean, I don't know how much money he's making in the booty clapping industries. He's monetized on Facebook. He's monetized on Snapchat. He's doing everything, okay? You wanna know why Fresh and Fit fell off? Because they can't make money. They can't keep bringing in big guests and they're broke. That's the reason why. If you can't make money off whatever you do, you're in a lot of trouble, all right? And Fresh and Fit can no longer sustain themselves. And they fell off. It's the truth. Now these other guys are gonna come out and take shots at them because they blew it. First of all, let me kind of get back into content packaging, which is so important, all right? Now, when you're the first to do something like Fresh and Fit was in this business, they had the OnlyFans girls on the podcast. They were kicking the girls out, okay? Guys saw that worked. So a guy said, okay, well, shoot, we can just set up a podcast also, like the Whatever Pod, and do something similar, just not as much. And then you get all of these podcasts jumping up. And then when these podcasts are jumping up and coming out of nowhere, then, well, what happens? Well, then all of a sudden, these people are doing the same thing also, which makes it, easy, okay, to copy. And that's what exactly happened. These other guys come out and they do the same thing at, somewhat of a similar level, maybe not the best level. And so now people are not, doing things as much because it's easier to do. Now, at that point, you have to start doing some content packaging. Now, this is what a lot of people just don't look at. It's a lot of folks that do celebrity, okay? Your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, I'm not the best person at packaging, but I'm getting better. And you can see that I try to add my little sound effects. I try to add my little sounds. I try to do certain things on some of my videos. I try to have better editing. I try to have, things that make my channel look better. I try to work on my thumbnails. All of that is packaging the content, okay? And so when the only thing that you can do is kick people out, then they don't get no real value from it. I'm not saying that they don't have podcasts that are not valuable, but then, you can't monetize it because everything that you do is just kicking chicks out of your show. And that's how you fall off, okay? You blow $1 million opportunity. And this is one of the things I would say a lot of people don't do. When you start making money in this business, one of the things that you need to do, or that you should want to do, is you have to pay for coaching and you gotta pay for developing. It's one of the things that you just must do. It's so imperative. When you start getting money in this business, and a lot of guys feel like, okay, I'm getting $500,000 a month, I'm getting $100,000 a month. Okay, so basically I don't need to do any more than what I'm doing. What? No, man. You have to start like, hey, I need more concepts. Hey, I need more development. Hey, I need help on the thumbnails. Things like that. I can't just rely on just a trick pony of disrespecting and yelling at chicks all day and then kicking them off. Like, you got to do certain many things. Like, even for us, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I don't know how many PCs that we have in this business, okay? But I don't know how much I pay for Premiere every year. What I pay for lenses, what I pay for cameras, what I'll pay for Rode Pros, all the stuff that I have to do. I'll pay it to get better, okay? How to source content, how to package content. This is why Alba and Preach is so good. They're so really good at delivering content and packaging it for their audience and making sure that their audience is getting what they want to see. They can continue to grow. Even right now, a lot of guys are growing on short form, which is what I'm gonna look at. If you go to my Pan-African Dating Show, for example, just look at how many followers we have on Pan-African Dating Show on TikTok, and then on YouTube. All of that is about packaging. Nobody's getting kicked out. Nobody's getting disrespected. It's about, do people like the content and how good are you doing it with your packaging? And that's something that a lot of content creators don't look at. They look at, I'm getting the bag. Okay, I'm getting all the money. I can take all these money and buy houses and all that. You're not getting coached. You're not getting developed. You're not going into the next level. How are you going to work with the brand deals for some of these people? Well, how are you going to get better? How are you going to collaborate? And then you fall out with so many people. These guys could have been doing the same things that AMP is doing. Kai Cenat and those guys. They could have been on that same hype. But they were too disrespectful. So you end up falling off. Because all you're trying to do is just be as controversial as you can be and not necessarily being as good as you can be. Look at Adam 22. We would all say that Adam 22 is nowhere near as, let's say, as exciting of what happened on Fresh and Fit, right? They do have issues on Adam 22, for sure. All right? Like, they have problems on Adam 22. It can get funky down there sometimes. But the thing is, Adam 22 runs a business for the most part it's relatively based on some level of value. And that's all people care about. People don't really care about all that extra stuff. Booty clapping and a whole bunch of other things. Like I said, and he pays people. That's another thing too that Myron doesn't do. Myron doesn't believe in paying people like that. Look at Charleston White. Charleston White wanted to come through and get paid. He didn't want to pay him. He didn't want to pay anybody. You want to make all these hundreds of thousands of dollars every month, but you're not trying to pay anybody for guests that don't want to get paid. Everybody don't want to just collaborate because you have a platform. And how are you going to reach out to people, ask them to come onto your platform? They're charging 10 grand and you don't want to pay it, but you're making money off the stream. If the guy has a fee, you have to pay it. Guys like Boosie for podcasts, some of these guys that are going to bring the pain 20 versus 1, these guys are going to ask for money. And if you want your episode to go viral, you want your episode to get to the bag, you got to pay guys. It costs money. And when you don't want to pay, you're only hurting yourself. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.